Happy Saturday, everyone. It's about 3:05 California time, okay? If you're already subscribed, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, this is a tarot channel, all right? It's Mother Bazan, living her best life, minding her business, doing it well. And this is going to be a general tarot reading. So this could be about the person you met at work. This could be about someone that lives with you, your neighbor, someone who's helping you out on your car, whoever, okay? Either way, during this general reading, I will call out zodiac signs, dates, years, color, shapes, songs, lyrics, whatever I intuitively pick up as an intuitive tarot reader. I'm going to share that with you during this reading. And if you're looking for a personal tarot reading where I'm not picking up the energies that are coming across this general reading, as it does affect this general reading, down below in the description you'll find my Patreon, which is under construction right now, where you can find other videos that are not on YouTube. You'll find snippets, but you won't find the whole video here. You'll find it there on Patreon and social media accounts, my website where you can purchase your own 10-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute reading. It's all there down below. All right. Ace of Swords sliding out. Okay. So the truth will be told. Something here about clear communication. The truth, honesty, communication. This is like being straightforward, blunt. This also may be a new idea, okay, coming along, a new thought. Two more, please. Virgo in the house. Happy birthday, Virgo. Happy birthday, Virgo. So, number 9. So like I said, alone among the stars. You may have to let it be known that you need to be alone, or you need to be solo, or you're doing some sort of research on your own, studying on your own, learning something new on your own, or going somewhere alone. Hermit is, again, the hermit. When you hear hermit, it's like a hermit crab. No one else can be in that shell besides one hermit, okay? This is isolating yourself. This is putting yourself in a position to do something on your own, okay? Two people can't shoot the same ball, they can't shoot. Two people can't be on the same single device. Does that make sense? It gets difficult. Okay, so you may be doing something that needs to be singled out. It needs to be just you doing this. Just you and God, okay? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Is this the future of romance? So, not being in a relationship, not being emotionally available is what I'm getting. The King of Swords, like, this is what it is. I said what I said. I'm being smart about where I go, how I move, who I talk to, if I decide to talk to anybody, or you don't want to talk to nobody. That's what this is also giving me. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to nobody in my DMs. I don't want to reply to nobody in my comments. I don't want to answer a phone call. I don't want to answer no emails. This is like completely like, no. The smartest man on any planet, okay? So you may be putting your emotions into something more tactical? No. Something more realistic, okay? So understanding with the swords out here, understanding with your logic that something here has to be done solo. Like, you know what must be done, and you know this is going to require alone time. This is going to require you to silence your phone, to turn off your phone, to just not reply, or not, if you do say something, it's to inform someone, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and it doesn't require, like, you know, don't check for me, You know, I already told you, like, this is what it is. All right? I've already had this conversation that something here is telling me to do something on my own. Six of Swords. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, your intuition, your brain, your logic is telling you that there's something here that you must do alone, that you must remove yourself from. If you're searching for answers, if you're looking for a solution or some sort of whatever it is that you're researching or trying to study, or again, the Hermit is originally in the deck an older person, a wise person who's like in their own study, in their own cave, in their own space, alone, trying to figure something out. And it requires alone time. This is someone here in search of something, but they have to do it on their own to figure this out. What do we need to figure out? Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Resources, money, investments. All right, where it is that you're going, your future, how you want to live, okay? What is going to bring you abundance? What's going to be secure for you? What's going to be stable for you? The Knight of Swords. Fast thinking. So you may be, like I said, at a point where you're just like, okay, no more distractions, no more bullshitting, no more, you know, trying to talk to this person, this is like, I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to figure it out on my own. Because, again, this is your future. This is your plans. This is whatever answers you're seeking. These are answers that are for your problem or for your situation or your concern. So the only person who's going to give you the right answers for your circumstances is yourself. Because you're going to experience whatever it is, or you already know what your vision is. So if you already know what your vision is, and you're the only person who can see it, you're the only person who can answer your questions or get you to where you need to go, because you know what you're going towards. You know what I'm saying? So, anything else? Anything else, okay? Yeah, something about the barriers between us. It's like, you know how to get yourself out of something. Whatever it is that you got to get yourself out of, you got yourself in it, so you know you're the only person who can get yourself out of it. Pretty much. The Lone Ranger. What's up with this Knight of Cups? It's an emotional message, but it's like from the heart. This is, I mean, it can't come off as like, I need to do this alone, but it's one side heartfelt, but also like that makes sense. Like you need to do this on your own because you need to, that's how it gets handled. Okay, Knight of Cups, please. The Seven of Pentacles just perfectly like laid itself on top of that. This is, the Seven of Pentacles is delayed success. Something here has been slow. Something here has been, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is someone here planting the seeds, waiting on paint to dry. This is like, I have to wait. You have to wait, or you have to be patient. This is like circulating, or how do I say this? Because I'm picturing someone here like a security guard, or someone here who, like going back to the Hermit, investigates, who keeps a close eye out on what it is that they're investing in and seeing what grows, making sure nothing gets taken, making sure something is safe, making sure something is good, okay? And this may take a lot of time where you're constantly checking your stocks, constantly checking your views, constantly checking your bank account, constantly checking whatever your resources are to make sure that they're secure. So again, Knight of Cups, this is, I can't keep doing things here, there, and everywhere because I can't keep an eye out on this. So going back to, like I said, this idea is like, I have to make sure that everything is good. So if I'm going over here checking on your garden, if I'm checking out on your garden, if you're asking me to help you check out your garden, me checking over here takes me away from mine. So I can't be over here, I can't be over there, I can't help you with yours because I need to help myself with mine. So, okay, 4 of Cups. But do not miss out on opportunities in the meantime. Don't get so fixated on, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to seclude myself, I have to become a recluse, I have to focus on this so much that you end up missing something that could come out of nowhere. But also just be, you know, use your discernment. Something here could come in to help you out, to get you to where your vision is, or something here could try to blindside you again to get you in your emotions or like distract you from what you know you have to commit to. Okay? Have you checked your blind spot? Concentration will help complete a task, but keep open to possibilities beyond the obvious. Yep, 9 of Cups. So like I said, it's just a balance thing. Like, yes, you can completely cut yourself off to anything and everything so that you can get what you need to get done. But, you know, for instance, if you're working so hard and you're so focused and concentrating on what's at hand in front of you, for you, and someone here comes by and offers you like, hey, I have some free time, like you need me to knock out some things that you're doing, and you're like, no, block, deny, block, deny, forward, like just pay attention, but don't lose sight. You know, don't completely cut yourself off, but also keep an open mind when you're doing this. Okay? So, anyways, let's get some extras. Let's get some extras. Be smart about it. Be smart about how you're doing things. That's all. Just keep in mind how you're investing. Yes, you can still have your eye out on the prize, the future, the vision, the end results, but don't be so hyper-focused and here that if something comes here and it's like, hey, like, you don't, you know, like this could actually help you get there, but you're so here. Just look at it a little, just back up a little bit before you get so blindsided by that help you miss it. Anywho, again, Virgo in the house, over analyzing something. Just take a step back, because it's like over analyzing something, you'll miss something. So, anywho, extras please. The letter M as in monkey, year of the monkey. Number 12, December 9th. September 12th, Pisces, playing around, new perspective, zoo upside down. Yeah, hangman. So loosen up a little bit, loosen up. Don't take this seriously. Yes, you have a mission. Yes, but don't be so tight to where you don't even allow yourself grace or like some sort of like break in this, that you burn yourself out because you're trying to get to where you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't overanalyze or overthink it or cut yourself off from everything that now you're like, damn, don't burn all the bridges and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I wish I could contact that person, or I cut that person off so many times that now that I need their help or I need a little like push, it's not available. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't cut off everything just yet. But don't keep it on standby that you lose sight or get distracted. So, 2 more, please. The Emperor, Aries in the house. September 4th, December 4th, April 12th, and April 9th. Maneuvering, traveling, leader, guiding, 6 of Swords again. And like I said, Emperor, Aries, the letter P, leader. Don't get so stuck on visualizing something one way that because you're so stern on one way, another way comes in that could be a little easier for you or helpful, and you get stuck with whatever you see, and it actually makes your job a lot harder. Does that make sense? So, try to give an example. Let me see. So, making cinnamon rolls. It's like doing something the traditional way. So, I've never made cinnamon rolls from scratch before, but I was getting into it. And so, watching it, I'm like, okay, that's how you make a cinnamon roll. That's the traditional way of doing it. So, in order for me to make a cinnamon roll properly, I have to stick to this way. You get so caught up in, it has to get done this way, it has to get done this way. And then you come across something here that shows you a different way and it makes it easier for you. I saw this video of someone making cinnamon rolls, and I've seen many traditional videos where they roll the, so after you get the dough, you roll it. If you ever made them or seen them done, they roll the entire dough and then they cut it. Someone else said, okay, what if we do it this way? Which is they left it open, they got a pizza cutter, and then they sliced each like piece and then rolled each piece up. And it was a lot easier that way. And I'm like, you know, don't be so stubborn or so, again, stuck in doing something one way that something here new or different or helpful could make it easier for you to still get to where you need to go. You know? Well, this is the route, you know, I've always gone. This is the route I've always been on. This is the safe route. This is the route. But someone here knows a few shortcuts, and know the shortcuts, you know, again, use your discernment, are gonna delay you, or like, you know, maybe it might, but consider it, but don't completely cut it out. Depending on, you know, whatever it is that you're working on. If you know for a fact, like, again, with the swords, that's not going to help you out on your journey, then by all means. But if you feel like, okay, I'll consider that, I'll try to do it that way and see what I get. It's just another experience, or it's another thing that you learn. So anyways, one more please. One more please. Garden. Pick hard work paying off and rewards. So, like I said, back to the 7 of Pentacles. Like I'm picturing like a sergeant, not a sergeant, but someone here like surveillancing something, like back and forth, like you're constantly looking and 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 looking, that because you're looking to make sure that these things are okay, you don't see that there's somebody here watching you, watching that they could easily figure out a way to infiltrate it because you are here and not over here. Your blind spot, check your blind spot. Same thing with driving. You're so focused on, I'm guilty of it. I don't check my blind spots. And I know you're supposed to check every, I think, 5 or 10 seconds. You're supposed to like alternate. Rear view, side view, rear view. You're supposed to actually, I'm focused on what's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Unless, of course, I'm switching lanes and I'm going to, you know, hit my indicator of which way I'm going first to let the people behind me know, hey, or in front of me, depending on where I'm driving, like, this is where I'm gonna go. Just to let you know, I'm gonna make a left or a right. And then looking over, not just using the mirror, okay, the blind spot, because there could be somebody literally right there, but when you're looking in this mirror, I've learned, it shows you what's back there, but it doesn't show you what's right here. And I've encountered some times where I just look there and then I start going over and there's beep, 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 beep. I'm like, I didn't even see you because I didn't look right here. It's right here. You'll miss a motorcycle. You'll miss a little buggy, especially when you have a truck, okay? Don't depend on just one view. Look at all the different angles before you decide to switch lanes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Extras. And I'm kind of guilty where I'm saying, my Scorpio moon, I will literally just start, not souffling, what's the word? My dyslexia be so fucking real. Not sashaying, souffling, summarize, sword, whatever the case is, cutting shit off just because you're like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm just, going to start slicing and dicing everything because I'm done with it. Like, before you up and just start going for it, lay the sword down. Just lay it down. Lay it down. Okay? You don't have to just cut shit off. And I keep learning that the hard way. Like, I'm quick to, you're blocked, denied, blocked, don't fuck with you, I'm not gonna respond to that. You know what I'm saying? I will sabotage. What is the word? It's not siphoning. I'm again gonna fixate on that word, but if I back up a little bit, what is it? It starts with an S. I'm pretty sure it starts with an S. But it's a way of cutting something, slicing something. The word is not coming to me. But anyways, yeah. Be aware of doing that. I'm guilty of that. I will literally be like, again, in my emotions, like, nope, I don't need that. Let me completely unsubscribe. Let me completely dismiss that. And that's with anything. That's with, let's say it is your bank account where you're just like, let me just close that out. And not considering the future, because me, I'm not really good with thinking about the future. Again, the hermit. I haven't taught myself, I'm not going to say I've not been taught, I haven't taught myself or learned what the pros are to thinking ahead. I just do, and then whatever happens after that, I'll figure it out. Versus think about it before you do it, so that your actions don't like make you have to do more work when you could have just, let it be for a moment, get back to it, and then figure out what to do, because now you've already looked ahead of the consequences of that action. So, it is what it is. But me, I'm like, no, off with his head. Off with his head. I'm not about to think about, the family, the kids, the future, this, that, if he does get his head. I don't care. And then eventually you're like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have done that, because now the people are coming to me with this, that, and the other, because I just decided to just say, I'm going this way. Extras, please. Extras, please. I'll just spend this money on that and then forget, oh, damn, that bill's next. That's where that money should have went. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being more mindful. Being cautious, but not overly cautious to where you're like, oh, I have to pay this bill first. This bill first. This bill first. That you hold on to the money for this bill, you pay the bill, and then you, again, because you fixated on that bill so much that you're like, oh shit. I didn't think about the week after that I need this for, it's basically that. Just think ahead. Think ahead. Really take some time to think ahead of what it is that you're about to do. Okay? What you're about to invest in. What you're about to say. All right. Guessing questions, clues, and answers. If there's something here you just don't understand, you're questioning, you may need some time alone. Like I said, you just may need that moment to really be with your thoughts so that you can get a clear indication of what to do, where to go. Sometimes you may need to pull over and be like, okay, I don't know where I'm going. This doesn't look familiar. I don't remember these streets. I don't know. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I'm distracted. Maybe, let me just pull over. Because if I keep going the wrong way, or a way I don't know, I'm only going to put myself in a situation where it's going to be harder to get back on track to where I'm supposed to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways. Hello? Desperate, scrambling, reaching, and ashamed. avoid being ashamed, avoid being desperate, avoid reaching or scrambling by pausing. It's just pausing. Taking a second to pause before you start doing something, before you leave something, before you hyper focus on something. Don't be so hard on yourself, yeah? The right one. Raiders, Oakland, LA, or Vegas could be significant. Or someone here can be a Raider fan. Football, we are in football season right now. I believe tomorrow is the game. All the games, most of the games tomorrow for sure. And West Coast, okay? West Side. So, I don't know if the right one is in the West Coast. Something about football could be right. I don't know if you're playing fantasy football and you're trying to figure out who to bet on or whatever. It should be someone on the West Coast is what I'm getting. Maybe you want to bet on the Raiders. I don't know. Again, be with yourself so that you can make the right decision. Instead of like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Let me just, okay. This side. I was watching the Goofy movie. And so again, going back to that example where his dad gave him the map. And again, the traditional route. He decided, you know what? I trust you enough to, create a new route. Let's do something new. Let's shake it up. You know what I'm saying? And so he let Max switch it up. And, they switched it up. He was disappointed because he was like, damn, like, you really thought about yourself. But at the same time, they stuck to the same thing. So they were thinking about themselves. Either way, let's not go deep. Max had the decision to go left or right. And Goofy was like, man, like, don't disappoint me, bro. Don't disappoint me. Like, this is your chance to really do the right thing. And right at the last second, left. Because he wanted to go to LA instead of going to Lake Destiny. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn. Instead of going down the right route, you decided to just completely fuck up the entire fucking route by going to do something because you wanted to impress somebody that you like so much. And so, eventually it worked out. They got to Power Line, and you know what I'm saying? If you seen it, you seen it. If you didn't, you didn't. They did have fun. They did learn more about one another. They eventually, they had each other, so they had no other way to do it. So either way, they ended up getting back home. It was a crazy fucking ride. It took a lot longer to, do what they needed to do. But yeah, it's just like, before you decide to make the right or wrong decision, in this case, wrong decision, or scrambling, or like you don't know which way to go, you don't know what the right move is, just pause. Just take a moment before you start reaching, before you become desperate, before you become like ashamed of like doing something because it was just like in the moment. Like just take a moment to be like, yeah, no, now my throat is doing this weird thing. It's almost like metallic, which is weird. I did have zinc, maybe that's it. But yeah, just kind of loosen up. Just loosen up. Don't be too tight on the grip or the steering wheel or wherever it is that you're headed. Loosen up a little bit. Take a break. But the hard work will pay off because that's what your intentions are. Your intentions are to get to this place. And you may not know all the answers. Some people may be able to help you along this way and tell you, hey, I don't know if you know about this route, or I don't know if you know about this, but hey, I can help you out. Like today, my brother came by to help me because, my truck, my truck, she's been sitting and everybody keeps telling me, it's the transmission. And then, I'm starting to overthink, like, oh man, I gotta get my transmission fixed. It's gonna be a hand, a foot, an ear, and a leg. I'm like, fuck, I gotta spend this much time. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking transmission. How am I gonna do it? I gotta go tow this truck over here, figure out if it's that, how much it's gonna be for a new one, an old one. And I'm just like, you know what? Let me just pull over and pause for a moment. Let me just talk to people. Let me see what God's gonna do. At this point, let go and let God. I was like, let me not jump to conclusions. Let me be logical about this. I'm not a mechanic. All I know is shit ain't shifting gears when it gets to 18 miles an hour. But I called 2 people who, you know, I was like, maybe they know because they're men and they have vehicles and maybe they know. So I told them like, hey, this is what's going on. Yeah, it sounds like a transmission. Oh yeah, it sounds like a transmission. Oh yeah, look at it. It's just like, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. Come to find out, when I went to Mexico and all that a couple weeks ago, my brother being in the scene, who I really don't talk to a lot, but you know, our relationship isn't bad. It's just, you know, we're adults and we got our own thing to do. He came by because we got into a situation where we had to help my dad. And so had I not waited for that, for him to be like, yeah, I mess around with cars. Like, I didn't know that. I was like, oh shit, like you fuck around with cars. He's learning how to, like, you know, fix his own cars and like fix things. And I'm like, cool, that's what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Today, because he had told me, he was like, yeah, I'll check it. Like, you know, fuck it. Like, I'll stop by and check it out. We'll see if it's a transmission or if it's, you know, clogged. Because normally, if I have an issue like that, it could be easy as something's clogged, you know? And today, he checked it and the codes were something's clogged. And I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Because, see, I was like, damn, my dad's telling me $2,400 to fix a transmission with the specialist. And I'm like, damn, that's, you know, all right, I'll save up about 2 racks. And then I'm thinking like, okay, well then I have to pay for the tow truck to get to the place. I was like, maybe I'll just stick to my original mechanics over here because they've never done me wrong. They know my truck and they know how to fix it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just take a risk, scramble, okay? Be desperate enough to just tow it over there when I get some money and see what the diagnostics is. And then if they do tell me it's the transmission, then I have to, you know, figure out how to get it back to get the money to go put it back. I was just like, you know what? And then he just tells me, oh, it's clogged. Get this piece. It's only so-and-so. I'm like, you see what happens when you don't overreact, or when you actually take a moment to just pause and just be alone and be like, you know what? Let the universe do its thing. Whatever it is, it all comes down to patience, okay? Patience. And a lot of us in this era, patience is it's frowned upon. Now, next, hurry up. Okay, whatever, that's boring. I'm bored. I'm next. Hurry up. Where's the information? I need it now. It's just like a lot of us do not spend time alone. If you're alone, if you're a loner, if you're, you know, not around people, you're weird. Something's wrong with you. Like, what are you doing? You have to be doing something. It's just like, that could not be so far from the fucking truth. You see how he's alone? He gonna figure it out alone. You don't need a fucking gang to prove that you know what you're doing. You don't. You do not need a whole fucking school of people to prove that you're going somewhere. Okay? All the damn time. So, anyways, that has been the general reading, okay? If it resonated, great. I'm glad I can help you, inspire you, encourage you with this circumstance, situation, experience, whether it already happened, is happening now, or will happen soon. And if you're like, yeah, no, I don't need to be alone. I've been alone. I figured it out. Like, this is what it is. Like, you know, this doesn't feel like my reading. Then you can go on about your life. You can click off this video and, you know, do whatever you gotta do and act like you never came across this reading, okay? Or this could be about somebody that is close to you who's going through this, and you might need to consider that as a possibility, okay? But yeah, thank you for liking, watching, subscribing, sharing, viewing, commenting, listening, donating, voting, all of that great stuff. Appreciate you. And I will see y'all next time for another reading. Ta-ta.